enough time to make an adjustment.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He gets it to Matthews, complete.
I should be asleep by the time y'all get back.
15, they'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, the game the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
What the?
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Yeah.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. Avoids him at the 40. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. If that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Thought you was going. Oh.
No. Check. Patriot.
Thought you was going somewhere, boy.
Gun. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down.
Yeah, let that boy up. That's it. If I gotta leave, I gotta leave out doing it just for a minute.
So let's see what this is about.
Right back, man. Guys.
Pass interference. Defense.
Don't play with me. Oh, you gotta hit that.
And yes, they want the point, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Looks good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Oh, that nigga, too. Good.
So when your birthday?
November 28th.
Okay, I'm the 23rd.
Oh, beautiful.
Woods now to kick this one away.
Okay, Sagittarius, man.
Yes, sir. What you mean, Tim?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Oh,
and now out come the Bills. As we know, they had the chance last week, Charles, to lock up the division. Couldn't do it. Now it all comes down to the final week of the season. But once again, they control their destiny.
And that's a good thing. But I wonder about mindset, because you mentioned they had a chance to lock it up last week, didn't. Are they bringing extra pressure to themselves now? Even though they control their own destiny with a win, now because they didn't get it done before, will they be even tighter as they approach this game?
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Here's Coleman. He is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes.
Oh, just had to get the ratio down. I know.
It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him
Yeah,
here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. So a change of possession here on the punt. And will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. Still a lot to be determined in terms of their final seeding. We do know they'll be in the playoffs, but in what shape, what capacity, we're not sure. But here, ready for a sports cliche, they just take them one game at a time, right?
And they have to. And look, the thing about cliches, They've been proven over time. All right, we know that. So,
Come on,
yes,
Cole.
take it one game at a time, but make sure that there's no
Thank
let
you.
up,
Go with that,
no
man.
getting off the gas, right? No mental letdowns, because each one is important for them to accomplish their
That's
goals.
good, man. Good game. Right back to you.
Now a toss, left side, Michelle. They
Throw it
juked
up.
him. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
Oh.
On 1st and 10, Fry escaping the pressure right. Now and this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no time for the coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Coleman now. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 31 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Oh, yeah. You say you scout them?
Caught Safarian Jenkins, right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. These are his numbers from last week's contest.
I got you. I'm thinking you're talking about you about to look at some in-depth stats or
and he's able to haul that
something.
pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Alex Okafor in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too. And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working pass rush moves, every position, because anyone can go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons. Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up the first down. So a big 3rd down hookup here will take us to the break.
That's a nigga with the hat on,
is our score. We'll head back to New Orleans after this. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. And they've got it here with a first down. It's Coleman here. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer him again.
With the team with the lockdown you talking about, right?
Yeah, tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, that's Coleman. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
And his kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that one as well, why they said that. I have no idea.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Looking to throw. Fry, flushed out right. Looking long for Thomas. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Michelle, they toss it out right to him. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So that one will be accepted.
Still 2nd down.
Let's go. Boot Andy.
Following the penalty, Michelle. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Boot Andy.
On 3rd down, that's Scott. And a few little style points on the juke, but not much room to maneuver after that. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Now they'll run it on the toss.
That's just killing me. I ain't getting no fucking lead now.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Offside. Defense.
That's what it is.
And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
That penalty is
Leads me to
declined.
one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word. But if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop, because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Shifts by at the 15. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Luck's good on the extra point.
Come on, Tim, take the headphones off, baby.
Always so special for any rookie. The
You
first
can't hit me shouting you, he's wide
touchdown
open in the
of his career.
cone.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get scouted up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you. With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. In the rep, let's go right here. Motion, pump, 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 pump. Pump, pump, pump. Over.
They'll run on 1st down. Scott slips past him.
Where'd he go?
And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 42 yards.
I've been looking for him, nigga, too big.
2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. We're back to New Orleans after this.
Yeah, but I'm a dunk on that boy twice.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando with stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit.
Let
Toss
it
sweep
face
to the
up,
right. Get it to your back. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. Wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting it down.
Out that
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Sony Michel, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Bills getting set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3 on second down. Now Foles. Funches with a catch over the middle. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Here's Foles. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Back to throw. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Fielded just inside the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Oh, Paul, let's go.
Offense marching back onto the
Tim,
field,
white shirt.
and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
No, this shit. You was probably throwing it to me, and I ran up. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to fuck up the pass.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
That's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
All right, here we go.
On third down, it's Scott, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
I'm just feeling like I'm open. I think I'm looking at you, Tim.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you're trying to do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. For the moment, they're on top of their division, projected to host a wild card game in the first weekend, but nothing is set in stone. There's a lot of shuffling that can still go on here. They haven't even clinched a playoff berth.
A lot goes into that one word you use, doesn't it? But. You're exactly right, because nothing's clinched. So that means another win is necessary. Being able to play to the best of their abilities, because they can go from where they are right now.
How the pass that say y'all had already hit the button, Tim, I'm sorry.
They've got to take care of business. Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
It's cool. Soon as they pad it, try to come switch that, Tim.
To throw on second down. Rolling to his right. Oh, look at Thomas.
You might open at the front, nigga.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Saints are pouring it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Lutz now to kick this one away.
I'm about to say, just let me know.
Gets fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what we like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little. They bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the
Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 52 yards. And the Saints just continue to roll.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Good shit, man.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case. That play got bottled up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 36 and bulldozing his way through. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want the left tackle, if you bring your tight end over there, either way.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now...
After reviewing the play, the rules on the field is reversed.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now they'll run on the toss. Gets around him. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 9 yards on the gain there. So from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's Scott.
Goes out on that hand. That's right.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Sony Michel, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Saints. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That ball too, baby. Let's go.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there first time, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And it's incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian-Jenkins. And it's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
That should not stop them at all from going back to
I'm telling you, let me let it play, but it's
going
moving
to go
home.
to the 28-yard line.
I'm running with my big cousin Vince too, you dig? Shit, boy.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say, I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return.
I don't think a nigga could beat this shit. Okay, man. Come on, man. I'm about to get off.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that
by
is
the time we have to leave the booth.
A drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, Scott. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Good D.
They go again with Scott. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge?
Playing out there like I can, you know what I'm saying?
Rush coming in, he's taken down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Lord, man. Take that fucking ride, boy. You take that ride. I'm moving on my big cousin.
The Saints on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Get the ball, man. Fuck. My bad, man.
But he can't quite
pick it. Man.
No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, How about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
I can't get out the
So it's 3
tank.
more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football.
And one bitch green light. Let's go.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play.
Get
that slant. A lot of people call it an
shit.
extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is complete.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for
at
a
the
sack.
top. Don't that bitch in, nigga.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early.
False start, offense.
And 1 green light.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Top of the key, man. Good shit.
They'll look to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Facing this fourth-quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They begin with Michel on the ground, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bifema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Right back to him on 1st down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
3-19.
man.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Finding room inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 36.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Who was saying you needed you to come up on that one?
First. You got to feel a little bit for the defense there. They've done a terrific job all day long holding this guy in check. But that might have been the run to break things out for him, maybe turn things around. Now he's going to have some confidence, and maybe he'll get to his normal yardage.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game,
I think we
they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
On 2nd down now, Scott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
All right, here we go.
On 3rd down, it's Scott. Able to slither by. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And once his kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Yeah, here come the Bills. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Looking to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out
I gotta
this
get
game,
my
and
last
to be
one.
frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They'll set up a throw, and that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
In the 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. This is taken at the 23.
He keeps playing that defense. We gonna raise him.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On second down, Scott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On third down, that's Scott. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Leopard! Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets it down to the 48. And
Call that boy big smooth, nigga.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on all.